Girl Meets World Vs Backstage. It had to be done, people. It had to be done. What's going on, YouTube? So in this video, we're gonna be comparing the two best shows on Disney Channel. And that is Girl Meets World and Backstage. Which show is better? Well, we're gonna be talking about four major categories today. We're gonna be talking about acting, storylines, characters, and ships. And we're gonna compare everything and declare a winner. You guys ready? Let's start with the acting. Now, as far as Girl Meets World is concerned, I think the acting overall is very solid. I mean, you have some actors and actresses that may be average or slightly above average, but you also have some that are A++ celebrity type acting. Sabrina and Ryder Strong and Ben Savage comes to mind, but even the lesser tier actors are still pretty good. They don't at all ruin the experience of the show. And bad acting typically is not going to be the reason that somebody doesn't watch Girl Meets World. Backstage, on the other hand, is kind of known for their bad acting. I mean, before I even started watching the show, that's pretty much all people would tell me. It was either this show is pretty good, but the acting is kind of poor, or it was just the acting is so bad I can't even watch the show. And truth be told, there's definitely a lot of bad acting going on in this show. I'm talking about below average and sometimes downright terrible. I don't want to single out any actors or actresses, but I'm pretty sure you guys know who I'm talking about. But there are also some really good actors on the show as well. But there aren't many great ones, like on Girl Meets World. So without question, Girl Meets World has the better actors and actresses. So now let's talk about storylines. Let's start with Backstage this time. Now, Backstage has those kind of storylines where you wouldn't even be able to tell that this show was on Disney Channel. And I know that has a lot to do with the fact, or pretty much everything to do with the fact that this is actually a Canadian show, but nonetheless, Backstage has a lot of mature and interesting storylines. I feel like you can really relate to a lot of what happens on that show. It's not your typical Disney, goofy, over-the-top kiddie show. They actually tackle real issues and real problems, almost as if this show was on Freeform or something. Meanwhile, Girl Meets World, they definitely have that Disney feel to it. Even when they do decide to get a little bit serious, it still has that Disney kiddie feel to it. Now, depending on who you are, that may or may not bother you. But they also have a lot of goofy and childish storylines. Nowhere near as realistic as Backstage. Here's a quick example. A big storyline on Girl Meets World would be something like Riley eating Zay's cookie, where on Backstage it would be something like kidney disease. You see the difference? So I would definitely say Backstage has better storylines for sure, especially if you want more mature content. So now let's talk about characters. Now I'm gonna try my best not to be biased here, but I'm probably gonna fail miserably. Let's start with Girl Meets World. Girl Meets World has some of my favorite characters on it of all time. See, look, I'm already being biased. But between Maya, Sean, Corey, and Topanga, there's no question as far as quality is concerned, Girl Meets World has my favorite characters on the show. Now, as far as quantity, Backstage probably has more characters that I like overall, but Girl Meets World has more stars. Even though Backstage does have, like I said, a lot of characters that I do like. Just to name a few: Aaliyah, Miles, Kit, Jax. I even like Vanessa and Carly. And let's not forget Julie and Scarlett. And even Bianca. I pretty much like almost all the characters on Backstage, minus a couple. But like I said, Girl Meets World has more star power. But Backstage has more overall characters that I like. So I may have to go with a tie on this one. So now let's talk about the ships. Again, I'm gonna try not to be biased. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna waste my time. Girl Meets World has 2 of my top 5 favorite ships of all time on it. And then you add Ryarko to the mix. And the fact that I don't even fully ship even one couple on Backstage yet. At least in my opinion, Girl Meets World wins this one in a landslide. But that could change over time, because there are a lot of ships on Backstage with a lot of potential. And I'll probably go over more specific Backstage ships in another video. But overall, both of these shows are really good shows for their own reasons. In my personal opinion, I would say Girl Meets World is better, but Backstage is closing in very fast. And I could definitely see Backstage taking the throne in the future. The gap between the two shows is not as big as it once was for me. Some weeks I'm even more in the mood for Backstage than Girl Meets World. So that should tell you something. I'm hoping season 2 of Backstage is even better. And hopefully season 4 of Girl Meets World will be even better. But I'm done talking. Let me know which one of these shows you guys like more in the comment section below. And if you're interested in supporting this channel so I can make many more videos for you guys going forward, check out my Patreon link in the description box. And if you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. But as always, until next time.